Benjamin at Work, Episode 11, Patents, Tools, and Assets. Welcome to Episode 11 of Benjamin at Work at Plain Space Design. This time, we're going to talk about patents, tools, and assets. For these are the things that are most valuable and most important to a company. In my previous episode, I made a big reveal and told you about an invention of a new device and shared with you my intention of patenting that device. Well, patenting something or getting a patent is a very difficult and involved process. At least it is for beginners. However, in my case, I have practiced this process of going through applying for a patent many, many times. And so it is like old hat to me. But for beginners, it can be overwhelming. The invention that I am going to patent, I have begun to look for prior art, which is a very important step in applying for a patent, to identify inventions that preceded this that are not exactly the same, but are somewhat similar, because there is nothing that is to be considered totally unique. Now that I have found my prior art, the only thing remaining is to get involved with making the drawings, which is the second and most challenging task for those who are not good at doing engineering drawing. I do not fall in that class, however, and so I'm going to have to put into practice and into service the many engineering tools that I have here at my company for just such an occasion. Tools. Let's take a look at some of the tools that are used by an engineer to make drawings, especially patent drawings. We'll start with the basic and most important tools. I have here my tool kit, and in it is number one, the pencil. This one's called a mechanical pencil. Can't do a patent drawing without that. And here is a compass. It's made for making very nice and neat looking circles, for drawing those. That's definitely helpful in making a patent application. And I have here a protractor for making nice angles that are right on. Nice accurate angles for drawing those. And this one is called a triangle for making corners that are perfectly lined up. And I also can use it as a straight edge for drawing straight lines. It could also have just a plain ruler looking straight edge. I have several of those as well. because these are the tools that an engineer needs to have. Okay, those are the basics, but I go a little bit further. I have templates for making lettering templates of different sizes. A full 360-degree protractor so that I can make angles of any size and draw them very well, nice and even. And this is a triangle too. And this one also has a protractor on it, plus some nice little holes. And you notice that this isn't even out of its package yet. I have a lot of things that are like that are still in their package, haven't even been used yet. And here is a symbol template with mathematical symbols on it. And what do all of these tools have in common? They all help me to get nice, neat, and good-looking drawings. You might say, well, why do I have all of these things, especially some things that aren't even open? I used to go out and pick them up when I was purchasing in the earlier days of my company's existence. I was going around to find the tools that I need. And the tools that I have shows that I take my craft seriously. I take my field, my career, I take it seriously. That's why I bought these tools. I couldn't just walk past them because getting the right tools was always on my mind. And that is an important thing, that a company has to have assets. Assets are the thing that makes a business viable in a particular field. And these tools were my assets. So I was not making a mistake whenever I was buying something like this, because these are the assets that would make my work possible, presentable, and viable. And this is just a small sampling of the things that I have been buying over the years, because I was a very well um, equipped company for the work that I wanted to do. I had engineering on the brain, and it was sucking all the money out of my pocket, but I didn't care. Okay, so here's some specialty paper with lines that I have drawn on with a protractor. How about that, huh? Oh, this is not drawn with a protractor because it's too wonky. But yeah, I don't know what this is. See, I have lots of notes like this that I have to go back and try to remember what I was trying to do when I was making them. What was on my mind? This looks very complicated. I hope that I can remember. But yes, specialty papers. That was one of the things that I purchased. And some of these tools I didn't have to buy. When I was an intern at AT&T, my first round through, my first time there at AT&T Bell Labs, one day our supervisors came to us and told us, we're going to take you guys down to the company store and let you get anything you want for your school supplies. And so that's what we did. We went down, all of us interns. We just picked out the stuff we wanted. And I got some nice drafting tools, and some paper for making Smith charts. I think that's all that I can remember getting on that day. But that is tools for making pattern drawing. I've got the tools, as you can see. The sad thing about all of this, and then it's a happy thing too, is that we don't use these tools anymore. I don't need any of this because all of these things have been replaced by the computer. And I can make my pattern drawings on the computer and not have to use any of these tools. However, I'm feeling kind of nostalgic. So this time, I think I'm going to at least make the initial drawings with my drafting tools and later on digitize it for the computer. And so that is the end of this episode. It's all about patents and all about tools and all about business assets. You got to have them. There's no two ways about it.